Hey everybody, it's Ron from Pick Dawgz, and this is Ron's Bank Shop Breakdown. We're going to go over 5 college basketball games for Wednesday, March 1st, 2023. Now, if you like what you see, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to put your college basketball picks in the comments section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, including my $15 Bank Shop best bet, you can find those at the Premium Picks tab at pickdawgz.com. Alrighty, let's get into it. Here are the games for Wednesday in college hoops. It's March, let the madness begin. First up, we go to the Big 12 as Texas takes on TCU. This one, 9 o'clock Eastern on ESPN2. Should be a great game between two of the better teams in the conference. And, we've seen it really throughout college basketball in major conferences at least, where home court advantage has really meant a lot this season. And we're seeing Texas struggle in their true road games. They played Baylor on Saturday. We took the Baylor Bears in that game. Baylor won it by 9 points, 81-72, where their defense really struggled for Texas. And that's been the thing on the road. This Texas defense has struggled. They gave up 74 points against Texas Tech in a 7-point loss. Before that, they gave up 88 points in an 8-point loss to Kansas. Sure, they beat Kansas State on the road by 3 points, but before that, giving up 82 points to Tennessee, losing by double digits. So on the road, this Texas team has just not been the same. While the other side, TCU, really tough to beat when they're playing on their home court, especially senior night here. Should be a really fun environment for the TCU home crowd. I think TCU is the better team in general, but especially when they're playing on their home court, I like TCU's chances. So give me the Horned Frogs. I want to take them on the money line. Next up, we go to the Big Ten as Penn State takes on Northwestern. This one's going to be 9 o'clock Eastern on the Big Ten Network. I think Northwestern is underrated, and yes, they've lost 2 straight games, but both of those games on the road against really tough teams in Illinois and Maryland. Before that, Northwestern had won 5 straight games, including 3 straight at home against Purdue, Indiana, and Iowa, 3 of the better teams in the conference. So now you're playing a Penn State team, and I just don't trust its defense. It's ranked 137th in adjusted defensive efficiency. They don't force many turnovers, and sure, they're good on the defensive glass. They don't take too many fouls, but I still think Northwestern's going to get a lot of shots up in this game and score a good amount of points. And the other thing is Penn State's offense, although it's a very good shooting team, I think Penn State's offense is one-dimensional. A team that doesn't get any offensive rebounds virtually. I mean, they're dead last in the country in offensive rebounding percentage. They also don't get to the free throw line a ton, so they're reliant on making a lot of tough shots, and sure, they take a really good care of the basketball. They're number 1 in the country in turnover percentage offensively, but I just don't think that's enough on the road against a very good Northwestern defense, an underrated Northwestern defense, in my opinion. I think Northwestern wins this game on senior night and covers the number, so give me the Wildcats. I think they earn their 4th straight home win. Next up, we go to the WAC as Sam Houston takes on Stephen F. Austin. This one, 7:30 Eastern on ESPN+. Should be a great game between two big rivals in the conference and teams that played in the Southland for years against each other, and now they moved to the WAC, and in this season, they're both in the top 4 in the conference standings. Sam Houston is 12-4, Stephen F. Austin 11-5. This is a rematch of the second game of the season series. Stephen F. Austin looking for revenge after losing to Sam Houston 76-71 in the first meeting. And in that first meeting, Stephen F. Austin shot around 31.6% from 3 in that game. But the Lumberjacks overall this season, they're shooting 40% as a team. That's number 2 in the country in 3-point shooting. I think we see a much better offensive performance from Stephen F. Austin in this one. I think their defense has also really improved down the stretch this season. We saw last game only giving up 58 points to Cal Baptist. They're number 8 in the country in turnover percentage defensively. So both teams can force plenty of turnovers, but I really trust Stephen F. Austin's offense a lot more, especially on their home court. It's going to be a senior night game. I think Stephen F. Austin's offense shows up. I think if this is going to be a back-and-forth game, I think Sam Houston runs out of opportunities to score late. I think Stephen F. Austin takes advantage of that. I'm going to take the Lumberjacks here. I'm going to lay the points. Next up, we go to the ACC as Pittsburgh takes on Notre Dame. This one's going to be 7 o'clock Eastern on ESPNU. There's no doubting this has been a huge disappointing season for Notre Dame, a program with a lot of history and a lot of expectations year after year. They're 10-19 right now, and they're 2-16 in conference play. They're on a big-time losing streak of 7 games. But this is senior night, and there are a lot of seniors on this team. This is one of the more experienced teams in all of college basketball. Plenty of seniors will be playing in their last home game in their collegiate career. And, you look at this matchup, Notre Dame, they play a lot more competitive on their home court, as most teams do. And this is an offense that is not too shabby, and Tina takes care of the basketball. They're a pretty good shooting team. They're 35th in the country in free throw percentage as a team. Sure, I'd like to see them be a little bit stronger on the offensive glass, but nonetheless, this is an offense that can still score some points. The defense has really been the big problem for Notre Dame. They're ranked 261st in adjusted defensive efficiency. They don't force many turnovers, but I like the fact that they don't take too many fouls, and they're also really good on the defensive glass, so they can hold teams to 1 shot per trip. Pittsburgh's got Miami on deck, and they're on a nice win streak right now, but I just don't think that Pittsburgh's offense does enough in this game to cover this pretty big number on the road. I think Notre Dame does enough here on senior night to at least cover the number, if not pull off the upset in this one. So give me Notre Dame. I'm going to take the points. And the final game we're going to talk about for Wednesday's card in college basketball, it'll be in the A-10 Conference as Rhode Island takes on Loyola Chicago. This one, 9 o'clock Eastern on CBS Sports Network. We got two teams that are near the bottom of the standings in the A-10 Conference, as you got a Loyola Chicago team, their first year in the A-10. They're 9-19 overall, and they are 3-13 in conference play. They've lost 5 of their last 6 and 3 straight games. Hasn't been much better for Rhode Island, as they are 8-20 overall, 4-12 in conference play. They've lost 7 straight games, and now they're in their second straight road game after losing to Fordham by 3 points last time out. The big thing for me is I trust Loyola Chicago's offense a lot more in this matchup. Rhode Island are ranked 305th in the nation in adjusted offensive efficiency. They don't take care of the basketball. They're 317th in turnover percentage, and they're just one of the worst shooting teams in all of college hoops. They're 358th in effective field goal percentage. I just can't trust that on the road against the Loyola Chicago defense that has been a lot better in recent years, but I will say, even though it struggled for the most part this year, has improved a little bit down the stretch this season. The offense is not very efficient. Fundamentally, this is not a very good team, but I will say they're a pretty good shooting team. They're 70th in the country in effective field goal percentage, 35th in two-point field goal percentage, Loyola Chicago is. And Rhode Island, they're defending the perimeter a lot better than they are defending their two-point jumpers and in the paint as well. So I do think Rhode Island's defense is actually not really going to match up too well with the Loyola Chicago offense. I think Rhode Island just doesn't score enough here either to keep them in this game. So give me Loyola Chicago on senior night. I'm going to lay the points. And that's it. Those are the games for Wednesday in college basketball. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. And don't forget to put your college basketball picks in the comments section below. Again, if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pick Dawgz Premium. As always, this is Ron Romanelli. Good luck.